When it comes to budget-friendly smartphones, iTel is one of the brands that comes to mind. The brand might not be as popular just yet, but iTel does make very affordable devices ranging from smartphones, tablets, and even TVs and laptops. Today, we're checking out the newest smartphone iTel Philippines has to offer, the S23 Plus. The iTel S23 Plus is one of the more expensive iTel smartphones on the market, but it's still very affordable with an SRP of just 7,499 pesos. And there's even a bunch of discounts available. This makes it perfect for budget-conscious customers who want to own a new phone that is relatively capable. But what are some of the great features of this budget phone? Well, I'm Jose from Yugatech, and join me as we take a look at the specs and features of the new iTel S23 Plus. When you think of smartphones under 8,000 pesos, you might expect them to come with just an LCD display. But iTel decided to give the S23 Plus a large 6.78-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED curved screen to give users a more immersive visual experience. You also get nice viewing angles too, making it great for watching with friends or in a group. Since it is an AMOLED display, the colors of the screen look great out of the box. You get rich and vibrant colors along with deep blacks, making it great for watching your favorite series or movie. And even if you're just going through your photos, you're bound to enjoy it too. According to iTel, there's a 400,000:1 contrast ratio, which is a significant improvement over its predecessor. You also get an in-display fingerprint sensor to match as well. The borders on the phone are relatively thin too, which is not something you usually see in smartphones in these segments. Usually they have really thick borders. While there is a screen protector that comes pre-applied with the phone, although it's hard to see here, the display is also quite resistant and protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. So even if you do accidentally drop the iTel S23 Plus, you're sure it's going to be safe. But of course, try not to do that. Lastly, iTel promised that the next software update, they will also be adding a dynamic island feature on the display to make it more useful and practical. One of the best features of the iTel S23 Plus is the camera. It features a 50-megapixel main rear shooter which captures some really nice images. The photos are sharp all around, and even if you use 2x zoom, you don't get a lot of noise or you lose sharpness. The colors are relatively accurate as well. However, if you want punchier colors and a sharper image out of the box, you can turn on AI and HDR mode on. If you're not too OC, you can even upload these straight to social media. The maximum zoom on the iTel S23 Plus is at 10x, but you do have to set expectations when shooting in 10x mode. It's not as sharp, and you will need to have steady hands to prevent the phone from shaking. But still, having the capability to shoot at 10x zoom is nice to have, especially for a phone of this price. Now, for budding photographers and videographers, there are various modes you can work with, such as Super Night, Beauty, and even a short video mode, which I found quite interesting. Speaking of video, the iTel S23 Plus captures video at a maximum of 1080p at 30 fps. If you thought the rear camera was nice, the front camera of the S23 Plus is great as well. It's a 32-megapixel shooter, meaning you can take great selfies with friends, families, and even more. This makes it probably one of the few smartphones in its price range to have a 32-megapixel front camera. Do set your expectations. This isn't a flagship level camera or anything, but given the price, it's pretty decent. Two of the usual weak links of budget smartphones are the RAM and the chipset. Majority of them are marketed with 8 or 12, but in reality only has 4 or even 6 gigabytes of physical RAM. The rest being extended or virtual RAM depending on the marketing term the brand use. Surprisingly, the iTel S23 Plus comes with 8 gigabytes of physical RAM as standard and can be virtually expanded by another 8 gigabytes for a total of 16 gigabytes. It's also paired with a Unisoc T616 chipset, which is quite capable of handling most tasks. It's not the most powerful chipset, but it can handle several tasks and some light gaming at the same time. It runs on iTel OS 13, which is based on Android 13. As for storage space, this one has a maximum of 256 gigabytes. Perhaps one feature we really enjoyed with the iTel S23 Plus is its AI system. Called Ivana, the AI system supports calls, play music, navigation, Google searches, and many more. Think of it like an Alexa for this smartphone. Ivana does appear to be turned off when you boot it up, but you can go to the settings to turn it on. From there, you can just tell Ivana to do tasks like you normally would. In addition, the AI is also connected to ChatGPT, so you can easily get information without having to Google search, just ask the AI. Even from the lock screen, Ivana works, and this is the best example. Ivana, what time is it?
It is 8:14 p.m.
When you look at the iTel S23 Plus, you wouldn't think that it's a smartphone priced under 8,000 pesos. The design and construction are at par with those of more expensive models. At the back, you get a clean, minimalist design with no iTel branding on anywhere. But you do get the word Super, which is here, hidden at the bottom of the phone. The main center of attention is the large camera housing. And the back panel is made out of plastic and appears to be quite scratch resistant and smudge resistant. As you can see, I'm not leaving any fingerprints whatsoever. Perfect if you have sweaty hands. The lake cyan colorway you see here is quite nice too, and it changes colors depending on how it reflects light. If you want something more subtle though, there's also a forest blue colorway. On the right side of the phone, you'll find the volume rocker and the power button, which are easily accessible by one hand despite the phone's somewhat large size. At the bottom, you'll find the loudspeaker, the USB-C port, and the dual SIM card slot. The phone itself is quite slim too, measuring only 7.5 millimeters. It's relatively lightweight too, weighing only 176.5 grams. Easy to fit in your pocket, bag, and even hold while you're walking around. For a suggested retail price of 7,499 pesos, the iTel S23 is a very capable phone. It won't be breaking records with performance benchmarks or capture the best photos, but if you're on a tight budget and want a great phone, you can check this one out. Best of all, there's a sale price at launch where you can get the phone for only 5,699 pesos via Shopee vouchers. There are other freebies too, including an iTel ICH61 power brick and an i678 glass screen protector per Shopee order. Customers can also choose between a free iTel ISW31 smartwatch or an iTel N75 open-air conduction earphone as well. What do you think of the iTel S23 so far? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and visit yugatech.com to stay updated with the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Jose, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.